I just think we need to focus on love. What else could we focus on during such dark times? But love. Always love. The most important thing, exactly the thing that is lacking in the collective at the moment. Let's focus on that. Welcome back to the Spiritual Social. I'm Lexi, your local light worker. I'm a tarot reader and an astrologer, and I'm very happy to be bringing you a PickACard reading at the midnight hour. Happy New Moon in Aquarius, happy Imbolc, and happy Lunar New Year of the Water Tiger. A lot of things are happening today. There's a massive energetic shift, and I just thought I would begin this new lunar cycle by focusing on love, romance, fantasy, escapism, and of course the dream world. All the good stuff. It's been a while since I've been feeling a little bit romantic, since I've been able to tap into this higher vibrational, creative, imaginative, escapist energy. But tonight I just felt in the mood for love, so I just thought I would give you a PickACard reading with 3 options that is focused on how do you appear in their fantasy world. Now, I designed this reading with a new person in mind. So I know that the majority of my viewers are female, and single females especially. And I know that the Venus retrograde in Capricorn put an end to a lot of confusing past situations, even past life karmic contracts. And a lot of you are eager for the new. So I just thought I would give you something to soothe this eagerness. I'm also really looking forward to fresh energy in my love life, and I hope we're on the same page with this kind of vibration, and I hope that you will truly enjoy this reading because I love you guys so much, and I want to give you something that you can enjoy, something that can make you dream, and that can inspire you to put more love out in the world. So this is with a person that you could be manifesting in mind. For those of you that are truly in a loving connection with somebody that you can't get out of your mind, feel free to use that person for whatever you hear in the reading today. But for the majority of you, I'm creating this reading with a new person in mind, somebody you're about to bring into your reality with the beautiful power of your heart and of your imagination. You're manifesting somebody wonderful, and before you meet this person, I want to see how this person views you. How do they fantasize about you? How do they manifest you? How do you appear as their dream boy or dream girl in their fantasy world? This is the core of this PickACard reading, and I hope that it inspires you. So I have here for you a choice of 3 oracle cards from this gorgeous Oracle of Visions by Ciro Marchetti, which was recently donated to my channel. Thank you so much. So we have here 3 dream images that just popped out of the deck. I did not choose them myself. They just randomly popped out. I have here for group 1 this beautiful card. And behind this image lies the tarot deck that I will use in your reading. So it's a little bit of a surprise which tarot deck you'll get. For group 2, we have card number 15, this image. And for group 3, we have card number 1, this image. Oh, I'm trying to cover up the tarot deck. I wanted to make it a surprise, but some of you might have already peeked behind it. Anyway, I look forward to seeing you at your pile, and yeah, to just find out what lies in the person you're about to manifest in their fantasy world, in their dream landscape when they think of you. Look forward to seeing you there. If you want to book a reading with me, first link in the description box below. There are many other links that you might want to use. I also list the oracle and the tarot decks I'm using. I have a twin flame novel that you might like to purchase. I write articles on my blog, and recently I've been quite consistent. You can also follow me on Instagram at ms_bontemps, where I can quickly update my daily stories faster than I'm able to interact with you guys here on YouTube. But anyway, long story short, let's get to your reading. Hey group 1, this is for those of you that were drawn to this image from the Oracle of Visions. Let's find out, how do you appear in this new person that you're about to manifest in their fantasy world? What do they think of when they think of the dream person that is represented by you, of course? So I have here the Cosmic Tarot for you guys. I wanted to keep it as a surprise, but if you skipped over the intro, that wasn't really possible because some of you might have already seen the tarot deck hidden behind. Anyway, happy new moon, happy Imbolc, happy Lunar New Year of the Water Tiger. I can already feel, just by looking at this card, I felt I should begin with this one because it's pulling me in. I feel that the person that is about to come into your life, the person that you're about to meet or manifest, sees you as a daydreamer. They see you as a person that's very into arts, poetics. You're very, like, you like to spend time imagining a better world into being. I feel that you're a person that might enjoy becoming other people, other individuals. You might be attracted to the world of theater, the world of film, costume design, like large jewelry pieces, maybe even old-fashioned Baroque dresses or Victorian attires. There is something about you that indulges in the classical, the unique, the finely made. Yes, I'm hearing garments. Yeah, you might like to adorn your body. I have a feeling that you're a person that can turn any negative situation into something lighthearted. If you see the bubbles here, I have a feeling that you also are quite protective when the situation requires it. We see this kind of round dome, almost like an umbrella, and this makes me think of Rihanna's song Umbrella, right? So it's a lot about not only protecting yourself, but grabbing somebody to share this protectiveness with. Some of you could be water signs, those of you that were drawn to this specific card and to this option. So you could be Cancerians, you could be Pisceans, you could be attracted to carousel rides. You might like to go to markets, like farmers markets. You might like to go to antique stores. There's something here about history, the preservation of goods and objects, things that come with some sort of emotional history, costume jewelry. Yeah, I think I said that. But there's something very peaceful about you as well, something very gentle and kind. So in this person's fantasy world, they daydream of a daydreamer, if that makes sense. Let's see what the Cosmic Tarot has to say. I feel like your person could be somebody that is very attracted to artistic people, people that wear longer hair, or they like to wear interesting pieces of clothing, interesting jewelry, maybe an interesting watch, maybe something that they have handcrafted. I think that your person has an attraction for people that are, I'm hearing sweet-natured, also like an individual that is into DIY. Like you could be an individual that's into DIY. So let's see, what does the Cosmic Tarot have to say? I really have to work the Cosmic Tarot tonight because it's a little bit clunky. I think it fell asleep. So could you please tell us, for group 1, how does this person see them in their fantasy world? What are the contents of the fantasy world? Okay, so we have here Five of Wands. This is a person that imagines that they are fighting to get to you, almost like a knight in shining armor kind of narrative, and you are the princess in the castle or the prince that needs to be rescued. Even if this is a woman that you're trying to bring into being, you're trying to manifest, this is a woman that's very fierce in her nature. And this is a man that really enjoys bravery, almost like the Knights of the Round Table, you know, King Arthur kind of legends. Yeah, very, very fierce, very much like, I will defend your honor. This is the kind of energy. We have here as well the Eight of Cups. Oh, this is an individual that can get quite melancholic. They imagine that they have to fight to get to you, and then that they lose you, and that there is this kind of interim moment in your story, a lull or an intermezzo, you know, when it's just like, this is it, I've lost her forever, what should I do now? Or I've lost my person, I'm trying not to gender this. So this person is quite the epic dreamer, quite a romantic individual. I think that this person grew up with fairy tales. Maybe their parents read them a lot, you know, bedtime stories before they fell asleep. What do we have here? Whoa! But fear not, the day will be saved by our wonderful hero, because I feel that his heart is overflowing with love, that it's kind of like he'll bring you back from the dead. So if something happens to you in their fantasy world, in their daydream environment, and they lose you, maybe a monster eats you, or maybe you get taken underneath the underworld by Hades or Pluto, right? There is something here about this individual risking their life to go and search for you. It's like Orpheus and Eurydice, right? That's the story. When she dies and he goes to the underworld to talk to Hades and Persephone about bringing her back up to life, you know, meeting her ghost, bringing her shadow back into the world of the living. So there is something here about, you know, no matter what happens, I'm going to come and get you. This reminds me of the song from the band in which Ryan Gosling was active in, Dead Man's Bones. And there was a song there about when I think about you, flowers grow out of my grave. So there's something here about, you know, like also the Hosier song, yeah, the work song. He also says that, you know, nothing is going to keep him down from his beloved, that he's just going to crawl out and reach her, crawl out from the grave and reach her. So there's a fierce determination that this individual might have. I think you're manifesting somebody that's very bold, you know, somebody that doesn't want to give up, you know. It's like, I know what I want. You are my person. You are the one. We only have one cup here. Yeah, very important, significant detail. And I'm going to fight for you. And even if I lose you in a sea of other cups, first of all, I only have eyes for you. And second of all, I'm going to come back and get you wherever you might go. If you, God forbid, pass on to the underworld in the afterlife, I'm going to travel there and pull you back out. That's the kind of energy that this person has. I like your person. This is really, really fun. Okay, so let's see. Wow. The Empress. This is how you appear in your future person's fantasy world. So you could be manifesting them. You could be thinking about the ideal characteristics of your partner, the kind of life you would like to have next to a partner, how you would like him to treat you or her to treat you. And at the same time, somewhere in the world, there is an individual that is thinking of you as the Empress, okay? And even if you're a man, this is about, I don't know, you're a person that's very kind and generous and caring, and you make everything grow, and you're very natural. You're a natural kind of beauty. You are part of the environment, and the environment is part of you. You nourish your body with natural organic products. You take great care in making sure that you sleep with the cycles of nature, like you have a very good circadian rhythm. There is something here about being very healthy, being prosperous, not needing to worry about making ends meet. you have everything, literally everything. You've got the spiritual, the emotional, the physical, the material, the mental resources to thrive. And this person is like, can't get my eyes off of you. You know, that's the song that sings in my mind at the moment. You're like a movie star almost. I feel that this person might imagine your shadow, your silhouette moving, swaying on this gigantic white wall on which your image is projected, you know, kind of like the Balinese shadow puppets theater, if you guys know about it. But at the same time, it's also like when you try to do some home movies and you have that projector on your blank wall. There was something here, and you know, somebody steps into the light and there's that beautiful shadow energy. I think that this person will accept you like for everything that you are. I think that they like your nasty side, but they also appreciate your kind and loving and just side. The Empress can be quite just. I associate the Empress usually represents the sign of Taurus, but since Taurus is co-ruled by Venus together with Libra, and Libra is the sign of justice, I kind of feel that, you know, Venusian energy can be quite tough lovish when the situation requires it. So that's basically what I see here. I think that this person fantasizes about giving you some sort of jewel that has a ruby in it. Maybe you appreciate your rubies, maybe they're your favorite stones, in which case this person, I feel, might want to like see your body covered in red, a red dress, red velvet, red silk, or just give you maybe a necklace or a ring, an armband, a pair of earrings that are ruby colored. I feel like this person might also want to like pour wine over your body, over certain body parts, and then just like slurp it, you know. I think this person has these very bacchanal-like fantasies, you know, like parties where people are just eating and drinking and feeling good, and you're partaking of these situations. This person definitely has this kind of daydream that they fight for you, they are your hero, and you are like the queen that they protect. It's very similar to if you guys seen Darren Aronofsky's movie The Fountain, something of that kind, you know, like this person will do everything for you, even transform you into a tree and carry you into the cosmos, trying to get you to live forever. There is something here about them feeling a little bit below you. This could be a person that is younger than you, or for example, if you are a little bit older and you've got more experience at work, you might be in a managerial position, in a teacher-like position, in a position of authority. I feel like you're bringing into reality for a person that is a little bit younger or less experienced, or like somebody that might be of a lower rank than you at work. But at the same time, this doesn't in any way create a power play regarding the emotions that this person is feeling towards you. On the contrary, I think that this is a very beautiful, equal relationship. Now, it's interesting because the final card that you got is the Hanged Man. And there is something here about leaving things up in the air, floating, like they're just gravitating like orbs, right? Like satellites around a planet. There is something here about this person having intense dreams, intense fantasies. I'll fight for you. I love you so much. I'll never let you go, right? And then, because you're gorgeous, you're everything I want. And then also leaving things up in the air, like almost like this person doesn't want to wake up. What does the Hanged Man tell me? This tells me as well, yes, okay, I see now, Spirit, thanks. This also tells me that this person likes to spend a lot of time once they finish their work, once they've completed whatever other responsibilities and duties they had to do throughout the day. This person comes home and might play some music, might just lie with their head like that, you know, on the bed, thinking about their ideal person. you, yeah, thinking about their empress and having these lavish fantasies, because this is Pisces. And oh boy, I mean, I'm a Pisces myself. Oh boy, do we like to spend a lot of time daydreaming and imagining and fantasizing and like creating this really intricate world in our minds that sometimes exceeds what we can experience in reality. And it's such a glorious thing to be a Pisces from that point of view, because you have like this inner world into which you can hide every time. The problem is when you stay trapped in there too long. But I think that this person is also quite, I mean, from what I'm seeing here, this person is a very active individual. Yeah, this is an individual that is a bit of a go-getter. So I don't think that they spend too much time there. But I do think that when they fantasize about their empress, and because you're not by their side yet, they do get a little bit melancholy. They might be thinking, I need to abandon this, because, you know, the Eight of Cups is the card of walking away from something that no longer serves you. So they might be feeling like, I should abandon this. Will I ever find my person? And little do they know that you're also manifesting them. So this is how you appear in their fantasy world. Perfect. You're everything. You're the land, you're nature, you're a force of nature. You're the weather, you know, you're the sun on their skin. You're like the air, the rain, the seasons, the mother, you know, the lover. Everything. I hope you have enjoyed this reading, and I really hope to see you in my next one. I send you on your merry way. Bye! Hey group 2, this is for those of you that were drawn to this image, number 15. Yeah, so I'm gonna give you a closer look. Already this image is communicating a lot of things to me, but first I want to tell you that this PickACard reading is about how does the person you're manifesting, so somebody new, somebody you haven't encountered yet, somebody that might appear in your life any minute now, how does this person view you in their fantasy world? So as you're manifesting them, they're manifesting you by thinking intensely of what they would like to bring into being. And I really want to take a peek in this fantasy world of theirs. So this is for those of you that were drawn to the Dancing in the Dark Tarot, but you were not aware because I wanted to make it a surprise. If you skipped over the intro, you might actually need to watch it to understand what I'm talking about. But let's see. So already I can see just by this card, before I actually pull some cards from the tarot, I can feel that this person is fantasizing about an individual, a romantic partner that is quite secretive. A person that keeps their cards close to the chest and doesn't reveal everything that they feel just like that on the spot. This is, it's kind of giving me the feeling with this woman that she's very elegant, she's very cool and calm and collected. She is a person that rather puts her feelings into words, so might enjoy texting, emailing, writing letters even. Instead of actually speaking them into being, this person appreciates reflection over direct confrontation. I think that your individual, this person that is coming new into your life, enjoys the company of introverts. I think this is a person that could be an introvert themselves, and in this way they express themselves better in writing rather than speaking or thinking quickly on their feet. That's something that extroverts are actually better at, being incredibly spontaneous. While introverts really like to process everything and to think about variety of different potentialities before they can actually enunciate on one of them. So in this case, I feel that, okay, I'm getting like Edgar Allan Poe kind of gothic backgrounds. I'm kind of, I don't know why, but the name Peaky Blinders came up. This is kind of like the imaginarium of this individual. Yeah, Tim Burton is a little bit dark, is a little bit skewed, but in a very beautiful, creative way. So it's not about an imaginarium that is kind of twisted and scary and frightening. You know, this person doesn't have like sick fantasies. It's more about they imagine this fantasy world in which things that people might not love, this person really enjoys. For example, I feel that This is an individual that loves spiders, you know, something that other people might think, oh, that's disgusting and scary. This person was like, no, but actually they're very good, you know. I like arachnids, and maybe they know a lot about them, you know, or they like snakes, you know, or they're attracted to nighttime. They like to walk at nighttime. They have these kind of like really interesting attractions towards things that other people might discard or find disgusting or weird. This individual really embraces it. And I feel that they're fantasizing about a similar counterpart, somebody that is not afraid of the dark, somebody that is not afraid of the monsters under the bed, you know, an individual that is nocturnal rather than solar. So this is what they're thinking of. And I think they like people with pale complexions, people that look a little bit tired and pale and, you know, like almost like wistful, like melancholic, looking out the window and it's raining outside and they write long letters to their lover. So that's how they view you, you know, as a person that is kind of haunted by this deep pain or deep sorrow, but it's not like something necessarily happened to you. You're just born like that with this connection with the unseen world. There is something very there's something here very gothic, very romantic, you know, about this individual, quite Victorian as well. They fantasize about a person that declares their feelings first. So this is not an individual that wants to tell you that they love you first. They might show you that they love you, they might kiss you first, but they want you to declare this first, and then they can fully give in to this experience. There is something here about enjoying the company of an intelligent individual, you. So I feel like you're quite quirky, you're quite unique. You could have a couple of maybe childhood illnesses that you survived, or you're currently kind of self-managing a health condition, which kind of tends to drain your energy from time to time. Maybe you have asthma, for example, or you have some sort of cardiac problems, like you're not supposed to get too excited, you know, things like that. And this person loves that. So it's a very weird thing, but this person kind of wants somebody that is a little bit vulnerable. I'm trying not to make it sound creepy, you know, but it's not at all creepy. It's kind of like they like people that are very unique, like Coraline. Do you guys know the movie Coraline? Or a series of unfortunate events. These are the kind of references that pop to mind. It's like fantasy, dark children's fairy tales, or like young adult dark fantasy books, or like even shows like The Witcher, you know, like that kind of a. This is a person that's very imaginative, very creative, but they have kind of like a tinge of darkness. Like they like to explore the darker feelings that, you know, as humans we might have as we're growing up, you know, the loss of innocence, the loss of childhood, things like that. And I think that, yeah, your person could also be quite connected to ravens or crows. Maybe they even like the movie The Crow. It's a pretty dark movie, to be honest. There is something here about introspection. I think ultimately this is a person that you know, I can imagine that you can have like amazing conversations with this individual up until 5 a.m. in the morning. You know, this person could even come up with the best Halloween setup and ideas. I think that you could write a script together with this person, a book. You know, you can create your own board game or your own tarot deck. This is an incredibly creative individual, even though they have this darker nature, but it's kind of like they're looking for a muse. They're looking for somebody to maybe wear their creations. Maybe this person has a DeviantArt account. Maybe their Instagram is populated with all sorts of, you know, interesting images, and all the people in their lives, all their friends that post for them with various creative things. Maybe this person could even be into gory makeup, like professional made makeup that kind of changes the way you look. Maybe, you know, I've seen some incredible designs on Instagram recently from people that do this kind of makeup, so you can transform yourself completely, like you can have reptile skin or you can look like a demon, you know, things like that. I think that this person is very attracted to that. So just wow, just from this card, so much information. I don't even know if I should pull the tarot deck, but I'm gonna do it. Let's see. Yeah, that's the thing about the Dancing in the Dark tarot. The cards are incredibly glossy and most of the deck slips on the table. So there could be something here about slippery glossiness. Maybe this person fantasizes about you being dressed like in one of those PVC costumes, you know, like glitzy, like the way that they had boots in Venus in Furs. There is something here. Yeah, I'm thinking of what am I thinking of? There's that song. Ah, Mercury retrograde, please help me remember. Yeah, no, it's not coming. It will come to me at the right time. Don't worry. So what do we have here? We have the Two of Wands. This person is thinking about, it's so strange. It's like they have an inner conflict. They're a little bit conflicted in their life or in their experiences. Like they're fantasizing about having some sort of like conflict between their head and their heart, not knowing whom to choose, not knowing where to go. But they are like a careful, cautious explorer. Like they want to meet you and they want to like silently analyze you, and then they want to hear you speak, and like gradually this is a situation that they slowly open up to you. Because initially I think that even though they might want to come towards you, they have this reticence. It's like, are you safe? Are you indeed the person that I want? And they're very careful individual. And we have here the Two of Pentacles. Yeah, so there is a significant synchronicity for you here, an angel love number. You might want to Google that for an additional love message. We have 2-2, Two of Wands and Two of Pentacles. Yeah, this person is very dynamic in taking whatever they're thinking of and actually creating something with it, you know, like this person might draw and they might have like a lot of notebooks filled with sketches. I think it's a form of therapy for them as well. Like they take their feelings, and instead of actually just sitting with the feelings, they create something with that feeling. You know, they might splatter paint, or they might create a movie, or they might painstakingly work at some details. Maybe they like to make figurines, you know. There is something really interesting about how this person is using their emotions to create, to bring something into the material and to take action on what they're feeling. I also see here the Nine of Pentacles. This is a little bit like the Pygmalion card, you know, My Fair Lady. It's kind of like carving out of stone the image of the perfect woman, Galatea, right? So it's kind of like, I feel like this person almost, yeah, this is a Frankenstein kind of vision, you know, Dr. Frankenstein and his monster. It's like this person has this desire to create you or to like dress you up or like bring you into being somehow. Kind of like how Kanye West is dressing up all of his partners, you know. It's like they want to be like the genius and you are the muse, you know. That's kind of the vibration I'm getting here. So they are looking for a person that is confident in their body, that is willing to pose for them, that will join them in this creative endeavor. They are looking for somebody that is healthy, that is happy with how they are, somebody that is not at all like worried, oh, do I look fat, or am I like looking a little bit strange, or you know, wearing this clothes is going to make this piece of clothing is going to make me look weird. It's kind of like they're thinking of you as this person that would be down with partaking in their fun creative endeavors, you know. And I think that you are, and I think that this person is actually going to bring out your best features somehow. And if you are indeed a little bit body conscious, or, you know, we all have those things, right? We all feel a little bit uncomfortable with certain parts of our body, and we try to emphasize other parts of our body that look a little bit better in our view. But I feel like this person is going to really help you see yourself better. We have here the pomegranates, which are a symbol of transformation. So, and she's holding a hawk. Again, I'm thinking of Lady Hawk, right? The movie with Michelle Pfeiffer and Rutger Hauer. It's like a lot of references, wow, coming through. Yeah, and what I wanted to say earlier was Velvet Underground. That was the thing I couldn't remember. So Velvet Underground popped to mind. And we have here number 14, and this is the King of Cups. You could be dealing with a Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio, water individual, and you yourself could be an earth sign. I feel this could apply to Capricorns, Virgos, or Taurians. Yeah, Taurians. The North Node is in your sign. You are the superstars of the zodiac at the moment. I feel that this individual, I have here one more card, the Hermit. This is Virgo energy, so you could be bringing into being a Virgo. And interestingly enough, Tim Burton is a Virgo as well, much like Karl Lagerfeld, you know, these men, and Tom Ford as well, these men that have these incredibly rich and productive bodies of work, you know. So, and they have this fertile imaginations, obviously, because the shadow of a Virgo is Pisces, so boundaryless imagination. There is something here about this person sometimes can get quite gloomy, quite low, and it's like they're looking for a counterpart that has a very strong sense of feeling safe in the world, an unflinchable self-esteem. Unflinchable, is that a word? Unshakable self-esteem. And they want to honor that, you know. There's something quite beautiful about this here. Yeah, your dark counterpart. Okay, so that's what I had for you, group number 2. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope to see you in my next one. Ciao. Hey, group 3, welcome to your Pick a Card reading. This is for those of you that were drawn to this card from the Oracle of Visions, number 1. So this is a Pick a Card reading on the topic of how do you appear in their fantasy world? And when I mean there, I'm thinking of somebody new that you have yet to meet, somebody that you're manifesting next in your love journey. So I have here for you my friend Beanish. She created this Flights of Fantasy Tarot, which I love. It's also gold and gilded, so beautiful. Let's see. I can already pick up on something just by looking at the card, much like I did with the previous piles. I feel like this person is looking for like the way in which they fantasize about you, because we're talking here about you're manifesting them and they're manifesting you, and we're taking a sneak peek into their daydream, their fantasy world, their dream landscape. What are they bringing into being? How are they envisioning you? They are looking for somebody who has a great sense of humor, because we have here the clown, but also somebody that is able to make out of every negative situation something light and positive. Maybe you could be a person that has Sun conjunct Jupiter, or your Moon conjunct Jupiter. So you're able to kind of radiate this optimism and healthy attitude towards life's challenges. You're this kind of individual that gets up and gets going quite quickly, even though you might encounter blockages or obstacles towards your path. A lot of us do, but it's like you have a quicker processing span than other people who tend to hold on to pain and grief and sadness for longer. So I see here with the doves, you're very protected. I definitely feel that there's something Jupiterian about you. You could be a Sun in Sagittarius or have a Sagittarius ascendant. Jupiter plays a big part because I feel like you're protected by the divine. As you guys know, Jupiter represents spirit's energy, God, right? So we have here a very beautiful representation of both vulnerability and humor. Both common sense and something a little bit out there. So I'm getting that this person might have these fantasies about carnival landscapes with you. They might imagine that you are on stage singing in front of a group. a very fifth house energy. I feel that this person has fantasies of going to the opera and dropping a rose from a balcony, and you catch it underneath, and all of a sudden your eyes lock, and ta-da, you know, you've met the one. This is a person that might have grown up with a parent that enjoyed a classical education, classical music. Maybe this person even comes from places that I usually associate with classical culture, like Vienna, you know, Austria. There is something here about, yeah, even like the southwest of Germany, for example. There is something here about a bit of a traditional kind of background, but also one that is baroque and wealthy and imposing, you know, and it requires a lot of the skills of a lot of masters. I'm kind of getting the energy of like 14th century Delft or 15th century Delft, you know, and the Netherlands, right? And those guilds and hanses that were creating a lot of fine potteries, and that sent out ships to explore the Indies and, you know, parts of Africa, and then came back with a lot of riches, and then they would use all sorts of those riches to decorate, to make like cutlery and all sorts of embroideries and beautiful food and lavish like meals that then they would paint as still life. That's kind of the vibration I'm getting here. This person might imagine feasts. Like, I think that this person is a foodie. For some reason, I'm already starting to water a little bit. My mouth is watering. I feel that this person really might have clairgustance. They could taste certain things even though there is nothing around them. Like maybe they start feeling on their tongue how a candy bar tastes, and even though they had no candy bars around them, or they might not have tasted them that day, or they could imagine. I think this person goes even a step further. If I'm being like, if I'm truly tapping into this energy at the moment, it's kind of like they imagine meals that haven't been created yet and they can taste them. It feels so real. That's what I wanted to reach at. So there is something here about this person wanting an individual that's very kind-hearted, envisioning you covered in light most of the time, as if you're as if you're like a gift, you know. There's this energy of la you know, the voice of angels singing when they see you. It's a bit, you know, it's a bit exaggerated, it's a bit blown out of proportions, but I think that this person has no problem with exaggeration and lavish lifestyles. The person you might be trying to manifest and that you came here to listen about could be a Leo, they could be a Sagittarius, getting very strong. I'm hearing also Gemini or Aquarius as well. So a very intelligent, imaginative individual, a person that enjoys thinking of life in terms of extremities, in terms of growth, in terms of abundance, you know. There is something here about this individual also wanting to kind of disrobe you, you know, like taking your veil down and seeing how you react. I feel that there's something here about maybe even you might be cracking a joke or setting appropriate boundaries. I'm sorry, I'm just getting like some sort of reflux at the moment. Strange. Maybe this person likes to drink carbonated drinks. I'm getting this because of my mineral water obsession. I drink a lot of mineral water, guys. So let's see what the tarot has to say right now. We have the Temperance card. We have here a woman playing a sitar, right? So again, there is something oriental, there is something lavish. I'm kind of thinking of like the dresses and the headgear and the makeup that you see women and men also as well adorned with in Bollywood movies, especially classical Bollywood movies, not the more recent ones, but the ones like from the 80s, the 90s. There is something here about lavishness, you know, gold cutlery and gold everywhere. It's kind of like even a gold crown. I think that this person has fantasies where you're somewhere in the Garden of Eden and you're playing together, and there's music, and there are these interesting fruits that have never existed in reality, and this person can taste them and smell them. And you know, it's like I'm hearing cornucopia, you know. Yeah, there's this person is imagining this kind of like very idealized vegetation world where you guys can exist together. There is also here a feeling of being the ruler, the emperor. We have it here. And we also have the 10 of Wands. This is about action. This is about there's something very masculine and full of virility when I see these two cards one next to the other. The 10 of Wands talks about a completion, the completion of a cycle of action. So it's kind of like this person wants to almost like retreat from the cares of the world with you so that they can be your ruler and that you can be the person that they can enjoy under the sun. They want to enjoy your company, not just physically. So this isn't only about sex, it's about the whole spectacle, right? The whole lavish flirtation that leads to your beautiful wedding, to your beautiful coupling, you know. And I'm sure that even if this person fantasizes about making love to you, it would be like under a gold gilded bed or something of that, with a massive canopy that has the stars of the sky painted and the constellations painted in filigree on a tapestry, you know, something like that. I'm really kind of pulling out all of the metaphors that I know to describe this kind of lavish energy that I'm getting at the moment. Yeah, it's kind of Taj Mahal, you know, that kind of a lavish funerary mortuary environment, you know, because basically the Taj Mahal is like a commemorative grave, but it's kind of like, in this case, it's like a celebration of life rather than death. I'm not sure why I mentioned the Taj Mahal. Maybe some of you are really curious, you know, about it. Definitely this individual is the ruler, the leader, in a different way than in group one, who also had the hero. It's like this person doesn't even have to fight for you. They have an army that they can send to fight to get you back should somebody kidnap you or steal you away. But you're like a prized jewel. This person almost sees you a little bit as like a property. They have a very territorial understanding of the people in their life. I think even the parents of this person are seen as certain things that they own, you know. You could be dealing, I mean, the Emperor to me, I know it says Aries, but the Emperor also talks about, in certain cases, Capricorn and Taurus. The more that I read tarot, the more the Emperor seems to me like a Capricorn or a Taurian. There is this energy of just like bathing in light in this Garden of Eden that they have created for you, but it can be a little bit of a cage, you know, like making sure that they protected you, that you don't escape, but also that they keep whatever burglars, you know, negative energies, invaders away from you, that they protect you from the cruelty of the world. So there's, you know, there's a catch, a double-sided thing. You're also protected, but you could also feel a little bit suffocated by this person's care and their more domineering nature. But yeah, this individual, wow, you're manifesting somebody that either grew up in wealth or is wealthy or is just very soon towards becoming very wealthy, and they just have this consciousness of prosperity. It's like they manifest easily a lot of the material goods that they want in their life. They just want a partner that they can lavish and spoil and share all this beauty with. Yeah. Wow, so that's what lies in your person's fantasy world. I really hope you have enjoyed this reading, and I hope to see you in my next one. Take care. Bye.